Hello, you all. I am so excited. Lily Allen's album, Weston Girl. I am
Obsessed with it.
I've listened to it so many times, danced to it so many times, cried, screamed, processed all the emotions. I mean, it is so cathartic to listen to a song that relates so much to woman's experience. I'm sure men have been in this situation though too, but it's so much of what I wrote about in my book, Plan B Chronicles, Divorce, Defiance, Liberation. As I listened to this, I really started to notice that this was like a timeline of the evolution of narcissistic abuse within a relationship and what happens when the mask finally falls and you see the person for who they are. So I want to analyze it from that lens. And if there's things that resonate with you, themes that make you go, huh, okay. Take it from the women who have been through it. If you feel like there's some subtle signs that you are seeing in your own relationship or past relationships or for future notice, just be aware of the cycle that happens. And I hope you enjoy.
We've moved to New York, we found a nice little rental near a sweet little school. Now I'm looking at houses with 4 or 5 floors, and you found us a brownstone, said you want it, it's yours. So we went ahead and we bought it, found ourselves a good mortgage, Lily Cotton got sorted, all the furniture ordered. I could never afford this, you were pushing it forward, made me feel a bit awkward, made me feel a bit awkward.
Okay, this is the idealization. This is where a narcissist, alleged narcissist, builds this dream, pulls you in. It's important to note that Lily is English, so she is coming over, moving to New York with her 2 daughters from a previous marriage. When she says you were pushing it forward about getting a brownstone together, that she couldn't afford it on her own. But in an abusive relationship, there will be these power dynamics around finances. One of the big reasons why a lot of women can't leave a bad marriage is because of the financial ties, the financial situation that they're in. So he's straight up pushing it forward. Foreshadowing.
I woke up the stoop, I put the key in the door, and then my phone started ringing, so I answered the call. And they were like, hey, you got the lead in a play, you gotta be back in London for rehearsals in May. And later that evening you said, how was my day? I said, I got some good news, I got the lead in a play. That's when your demeanor started to change. You said, I have to audition, I said, you're deranged. And I thought that was quite strange. And I thought that was quite strange.
So right there, this looks like success in a moment that you would expect your partner to celebrate with you. Getting the lead in a play without auditioning, that's the kind of dream that most actors fantasize about. I think that he's jealous that she is rising and can attain these things so easily, so quickly, quicker than he can, having his ego a little bruised.
But I ignored it, went ahead and I bought it, got a flight and I boarded, I'm on my way. Now I'm in London, I'm on my own, I'm in a hotel room, I'm on my own. And now I'm in London and I'm all alone, I'm in a hotel room, I'm all on my own. Now I'm a West End girl.
She's repeating for a reason. I'm in London, I'm all on my own. She's back to the place that he took her from, but she's all by herself. She's in a hotel room, all alone. And then this happens.
Now I'm a West End girl. Hi, how are you? I miss you. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Alright. Okay. that's what you need to do, then I guess. Well, how will it work? Where? Right. I mean, it makes me really sad, but no, I'm fine. I want you to be happy. Okay. Okay, I'll speak to you later. I love you. Bye.
4 minutes and 6 seconds of just pure, oh, wow, whoa. She should be holding it down, making sure that they have stability and everything so she can stay focused on her career as she would likely do for him. He calls her on a FaceTime to basically discuss an open relationship before she's about to act as the lead in this play. Can you imagine? I think that this is like an in-person conversation. Also, if he had any idea that he would feel this way, like maybe discussing that before you get married would be something to do. The fact that she's so sweet and kind and open about wanting him to be happy is just, I give her major props. So this very first song, I would say, is the honeymoon phase. It's the first stage. Things look really, really good. The ideal life has been created. And I think that what he's doing here, calling her when she's alone in a hotel room, is the testing of boundaries. And it's also a way to destabilize her right before she's about to expand. And this is, sorry, my lighting is crazy. It's going in and out. Today we're having a potentially stormy day.
Which is perfect for this album.
It's a lot of times what narcissists do. They need the focus all on them. So when she's stepping into her power, in this instance, they'll introduce chaos to recenter the story on themselves. I also want to note that narcissists typically look out for empathetic people, powerful people though too, because they do like to, I don't know, I think bleed them dry of their power, like their energy, their essence. They're like vampires, energy vampires. Like they want to just like
get their teeth in you and suck it all out.
So next is going to be ruminating and sleepwalking. And I feel like these go under the next phase, which is phase 2. Well, Western Girl kind of talks about it because she's moved over, but this is like the isolation time when you're just in your head. Okay, sorry, I keep messing with these bangs because does anybody ever do that?
I've given up on getting sleep tonight. It's 4 a.m. and I'm in fight or flight. Shake the image of her naked on top of you, now I'm dissociated. Ruminating. And I'm not hateful, but you make me hate her. She gets to sleep next to my medicator. You're mine, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. This conversation's too big for a phone call. Ruminating, I've been up all night. Did you kiss her on the lips and look into her eyes? Did you have fun? Now that it's done, baby, won't you tell me that I'm still your number one? 'Cause you're my number one. I told you all of this has been too brutal. You told me that you felt the same, it's mutual. And then you came out with this line so crucial. Yeah, if it has to happen, baby, me to come home. This conversation's too big for a phone call. Ruminating, ruminating, I've been up all night. Did you kiss her on the lips and look into her eyes? Did you have fun? Now that it's done, baby, won't you tell me that I'm still your number one? 'Cause you're my number one. Ruminating, all the things you said. Why can't you wait for me to come home? This conversation's too big for a phone call. Ruminating, ruminating, I've been up all night. Did you kiss her on the lips and look into her eyes? Did you have fun? Now that it's done, baby, won't you tell me that I'm still your number one?
Oh, so good. And it perfectly captures how destabilizing this is. The ocean knows that he's sleeping with someone so they can be happy, but he's also being like,
Baby, do you really want to know?
she's like, I don't know, but she's up at 4 a.m. He's trying to sabotage her and her success to some degree because he's a selfish, insecure man, very insecure. What is very hard too about rumination is that you just get stuck on a thought loop. You can't make sense of it because going on history and the history of someone's behavior and the way that you've known them, it's like our brain keeps track of that. And then whenever there's something that's so out of the norm, your brain is like, wait, this isn't computing right. What's going on? And so that's where the rumination happens. But it also is a way to shift the power back though too. There's a part in my book where I talk exactly about this, about the woman that he was cheating on me with and me just spiraling, thinking about what she looked like, what they did, everything. And it was pure madness. And I think that it's a very cruel thing to put someone through.
You won't love me. You won't leave me. You don't touch me. Still so needy. And I don't know if you do it intentionally. Somehow you make it my fault. You don't stop talking, and I'm just sleepwalking. Course I'm angry, course I'm hurt. Looking back, it's so absurd. Course I trusted you and took you at your word. Who said romance isn't dead? Been no romance since we wed. Why aren't we fucking, baby? Yeah, that's what you said. But you let me think it was me in my head, and nothing to do with them girls in your bed. You don't stop talking, and I'm just sleepwalking. See your thoughts forming. Baby, stop it, it's 3 in the morning. And I don't know if you do it intentionally. Somehow you make it my fault.
When I hear sleepwalking, I feel like it's almost association. It feels like she's detached from her body and she's almost like narrating it from the outside. It feels as if it's like her nervous system is saying, do not feel safe, but I have to stay functional. And he wants her like this because when you are sleep deprived and very confused and your heart's broken, you can easily be manipulated to think that things are more your fault because you're not thinking clearly. Another hallmark of narcissistic abuse is using word salad. And word salads are really just meaningless monologues, and they are created just to keep you exhausted and like exhaust you into compliance. And unfortunately, because she's empathetic, she keeps listening and entertaining him because she still gives him the benefit of the doubt. That's the hook. So the dream that's sold, their behavior before makes you think, okay, this will go back to that, and it doesn't. And sometimes word salad will become so overwhelming and it's just like a million things coming at you, and then you get so confused that the other person starts to shut down. And that's what the narcissist wants, because then you sometimes leave them alone because you're so worn out by the conversation. Because the message underneath is, if you're busy doubting yourself, then you don't have time to pay attention to what I'm actually doing. So when I work with clients that are going through this, I always say that, a lot of people think when a relationship is going wrong, they're shouting or lots of fights, but really it's just like a seed of doubt. And it seems that was planted and it's starting to take root here. They sometimes do this for a lot of different reasons, but in this one, I think it's just to deflect and derail an honest conversation about it. So this is when things will start to get really bad, when you move into the phase of like when you see the truth, when you learn the truth, the betrayal, the exposure, the confrontation with it. So let's listen to these next two songs. Whoa, they're really good.
Daddy's home for the first time in weeks. Got the dinner on the table, tell the kids it's time to eat. And I made my baby's favorite, but he didn't seem to care. I just tell myself he's jet-lagged and I'm glad to have him here. Then you showed me a photo on Instagram. It was how you grabbed your phone back right out of my hands. So I read your text and now I regret it. I can't get my head around how you've been playing tennis. If it was just sex, I wouldn't be jealous. You won't play with me. And who's Madeline? I need to be alone.
I have to stop for a second. So when you think about that, when there is an odd behavior, like pulling back the phone like that, like if it was just about sex, she's learned, I think it's literal. I don't think that there's like a metaphor with tennis. I think that he literally is playing tennis with this person and sleeping with them, which is even more of a betrayal because, I don't know, you have to really like the person that you're playing tennis with, right? And then if he won't do it with her, I mean, he's just totally neglecting her. I've been there.
So I took myself to bed. I got a lot of information that I can't even process. So I wrote a little email and I told you what I saw. Then you came out to the bedroom and you made it all my fault. But you moved the goalposts, you broken the rules. I tried to accommodate, but you took me for a fool. So I read your text, and now I regret it. I can't get my head around how you've been playing tennis. If it was just sex, I wouldn't be jealous. You won't play with me. And who the fuck is Madeline? Who's Madeline? Who's Madeline? Who's Madeline? actually.
This song is just perfection because it's funny, like when she says, "Who the F is Madeline?" But at the same time, you know, you feel bad for her because she's describing this whole situation. So the secret is exposed. Now it's turned into something else. So he broke the rules. His mask has finally slipped. When you enter a relationship with a narcissist, there is a mask that they wear. And when it slips and it falls off, that's when you go to like a devaluation stage of the victim. Devaluation and discarding the person that they were deceiving because they only want to be around people that will see them in the way that they believe their reality is, but it's not actually real reality, if that makes sense. Victim's world isn't wobbling like it was before. It's like a true collapse. Definitely deep in the devaluation stage. Earlier subtle abuse becomes a little bit more concrete, and it's very normal, the feelings that she has where she's stunned and self-blaming, angry.
None of this is your fault. Messaging you feels kind of assaultive. Saw your text, that's how I found out. Tell me the truth and his motives. I can't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. No, I can't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. How long has it been going on? Is it just sex or is there emotion? He told me it would stay in hotel rooms, never be out in the open. Why would I trust anything that comes out of his mouth? Oh, why would I trust anything that comes out of his mouth? We had an arrangement. Be discreet and don't be blatant. There had to be payment. It had to be with strangers. But you're not a stranger, Madeline.
Hey, he is telling you the truth. Our relationship has only ever been about sex. I can promise you that this is not an emotional connection. We don't speak outside of the time we spend together, and whenever he talks about you, it's with the utmost respect.
You tell me he's telling the truth. Is that the case or a line that he fed you? Wanna believe you, but is it a ruse? Lie to me, babe, and I'll end you. I can't trust anything that comes out of your mouth. I'm not convinced that he didn't fuck you in our house.
Sorry, I just laughed for a second just because of the gunshot sounds. I mean, I felt this way. It's in my book. I did crazy things I talk about in my book to find out who the person was and made lots of phone calls. Felt this way that she was lying too. She told me.
Just helping him through a hard time.
After I had found the Plan B receipts in his car, and I don't have fallopian tubes, so it's very triggering. Oh.
Do you two ever talk about me? Has he told you that he doesn't love me? I bet he tells you he loves you. I've gotten old, gotten ugly. I wouldn't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. Now why would you trust anything that comes out of his mouth? We had an arrangement. Be discreet and don't be blatant. And there had to be payment. It had to be with strangers. But you're not a stranger, Madeline. 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 But you're not a stranger, Madeline.
I hate that you're in so much pain right now. I really don't want to be the cause of any upset. He told me that you were aware this was going on and that he had your full consent. If he's lying about that, then please let me know, because I have my own feelings about dishonesty, and lies are not something that I want to get caught up in. You can reach out to me anytime, by the way, if you need any more details or you just need to vent or anything. Love and light, Madeline.
Oh, and it just ends there. Like, what? Oh my gosh. It's so bad. The love and light at the end. I mean,
Oh, it's so bad. So
here it was supposed to be with strangers, discreet. There'd have to be payment. So having relations with a sex worker. Here this is somebody that she knows. And then for this to be going on, and it's just like,
Yeah, if you need to call me to vent or anything, like,
what? No. Okay, so next let's move to Relapse, which goes more into her talking to herself, trying not to relapse, basically.
The ground is gone beneath me. You pulled the safety net. I moved across an ocean from my family, from my friends. The foundation is shattered. You've made such a fucking mess. I tried to be your modern wife, but the child in me protests. I need a drink, I need a Valium. You pushed me this far and I just need to be known. If I relapse, I know I stand to lose it all. Can you bring me back when I'm climbing up the walls? If I
You know what? This makes me so upset because he had some idea that he needed this. How could you bring someone over with a clear conscience away from their friends and family, drop a bomb on them when you know that they're a person that's in recovery? And so she's saying like, I will lose it all if I relapse. And it's really hard not to lean on things. Like for myself, I really had to fight, doing destructive things to myself. It was really hard. I mean, one of the destructive things that I did, but it was because I physically couldn't eat. I was a rail. I was losing hair. I was so crazy thin. Blood vessels kept popping in my eyes, and my eyes would be filled with like blood. It was the most horrific time ever. And it's hard to not. So I give her major props for not relapsing. I know this feeling. I mean, here, yeah, she wants to teach her daughters about love and like, but she also can't be her best self to cope with this because of what she's going through. I'm still working through a lot of anger that I have because I felt like the some years of my child being very young, I wasn't present because I couldn't be. I tried my best, but I could cry. I have a lot of guilt about and like shame that I got caught up in his chaos, even when I could intellectually understand that what he was doing, this dynamic, was to create chaos, to keep me confused. Even as a therapist and friends around me telling me this and knowing this, the emotional side of being a human is overpowering sometimes, and you just still want to engage because you don't want to lose it all. You don't want to lose the family unit that you've created. But if I could do it over again, I would have like surrendered and waved my white flag a lot sooner and not fought for the marriage as long as I did, because it just depleted me and took me away from being present for my child. And I feel like I take accountability in the part of it that I played, like by saying that I would know it intellectually, but I would still be pulled in. So I'm not only angry at him, but I'm angry also with myself. So it's very complex, and I feel really bad for her. Okay, I'm going to end there just for the sake of time, because I want to be able to get through as many as possible in the short window that I have to film. The next one I think is my favorite song, which is
Pussy Palace.
Who knew? Who knew that 2025, my favorite song would be Pussy Palace? But it is.
Don't come home, I don't want you in my bed. Go to the apartment in the West Village instead. I'll drop off your clothes, your mail and medication. I'm already on my way, heading to the station. Stuck on the F, there's a problem on the line. I couldn't be more stressed, I'm losing my mind. Up to the first floor, key in the front door. Nothing's ever gonna be the same anymore. And that's when I realized something don't feel right. I didn't know it was your pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace. I always thought it was the dojo, dojo, dojo. So am I looking at a sex addict, sex addict, sex addict, sex addict? I'll talk about a low blow, oh no, oh no. I didn't know it was your pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace. I always thought it was the dojo, dojo, dojo. So am I looking at a sex addict, sex addict, sex addict, sex addict? I'll talk about a low blow, oh no. I found a shoebox full of handwritten letters from broken-hearted women wishing you could have been better. Sheets pulled off the bed and strewn all on the floor. Long black hair, probably from the night before. Dwayne Reed bag with the handles tied. Sex toys, butt plugs, lube inside. Hundreds of Trojans, you're so fucking broken. How'd I get caught up in your double life? And that's when I realized something don't feel right. I didn't know it was your pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace. I always thought it was the dojo, dojo, dojo. So am I looking at a sex addict, sex addict, sex addict, sex addict? I'll talk about a low blow, oh no, oh no. I didn't know it was a pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace. I always thought it was the dojo, dojo, dojo. So am I looking at a sex addict, sex addict, sex addict, sex addict? I'll talk about a low blow, oh no. I didn't know it was a pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace. I always thought it was the dojo, dojo, dojo. So am I looking at a sex addict, sex addict, sex addict, sex addict? I'll talk about a low blow, oh no.
It's so good. It's so good. I think that this is one of the few songs that I've like actually gotten up and danced to because it is such a release for me, given everything, like discovering things about someone and realizing that there was a double life going on. It is so insanely shocking and scary and so disorienting, but it's crucial and it's very important. I mean, here she's thinking that they're keeping this apartment on the side as a dojo. When I hear that, I think of like martial arts or even meditation, like a spiritual place almost that you have to, I don't know, not do that. I mean, can you imagine finding letters, hair, and all the other things that they probably felt like they were each other's best friends and they knew everything about the other? this goes into disillusionment, emerging reality contact. So this is a very, very important phase to get away from someone or the cycle of narcissistic abuse. So she's exiting the devaluation phase, and she's now moving into and entering what trauma therapists call cognitive dissonance collapse. So this is the moment when the fantasy, the dream you were sold, finally completely collapse. She's no longer in the sleepwalking or the ruminating or even trying to contact the paramour. She is straight up like in her truth. Because up until this point, she's been gaslit. She's been in word salad fog, trying to make sense of like all the contradictions in her life. It's that trauma clarity moment when it's like you can no longer unknow something. The Plan B Chronicles that I wrote, Divorce, Defiance, Liberation, and it's about the Plan B emergency contraception receipt that I found in his car. That's how the book starts. And that was like starting right in the moment of like, you can't unknow what you know. And he's explaining that here.